Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, touch them up. Good luck, lads.
So we're underway, the battle for the vacant.
Tete's ring generalship is superb. He takes the centre of that ring.
Not just producing a one-and-done offense.
Looking to fire back.
Heads came to first time. Counter left hand was a beauty. Quickened up his feet. Bantamweight world title.
Tete made him fall short with the left hand.
Called by Villanueva to start the round. Stopped when the bout went to the scorecards after this matchup between two accomplished boxers.
Straight away, so like a little whip.
And he'll no doubt be targeting that injury. What a crack!
More urgency now for Villanueva to get some work in with Tete. He's such command, such poise.
Villanueva trying to get some movement from the body and head going.
His punches, no little movement, no little look.
Tete very patient, very efficient. Counter left hand again attempted by Villanueva. 3 losses, one of those inside the distance. He's scored with a couple of eye-catching punches. And that's a way of shots at least demonstrated to this point, and a cracking left hand followed up with a salvo of punches, and all of a sudden loaded with that backhand. And Arthur Villanueva, a bit flat to say that this is a title bid against Joe Arroyo. 20 wins, knockout ratio 20 of his 24 wins. Villanueva competing in his 37-footed and not really presenting much movement in front of. Falling short. His third round. Zolani Tete, the United Arab Emirates and the USA, as well as the heads, which has caused Villanueva. So into the 4th round then. It's a bit when they met. And again he's falling short of Arthur Villanueva, but again he's just having trouble raising the IBF super flyweight title at the Echo Arena. And he's standing flat or two-tone Monroe after those problems outside of the ring in terms of managed.
Hence, I know he's playing catch-up.
27th professional contest tonight. But otherwise, so the 5th round underway, heads coming together.
Not to do it either.
Good left hand to the refer to him as the Scout South Africa. Took his 2nd consecutive league and trophy. So what a roadblock that would be. Down to the ground, doing as he wants. Now he's made a little bit to fight Joe Arroyo. So
feel and trying to dummy and draw the lead.
But as things stand, in the 5th round of this contest, trying to draw a feint, but he's in many respects he's looking busy. Villanueva. Polished. So many fine fighters. It's almost as though he's intimidated from what's coming. That is how Villanueva and Arroyo, who I suppose had the misfortune of challenging for the world title. When
no, Tete start letting those punches go. Otherwise, it's just going to be a no. If he can see it to the 12th, especially from range where he doesn't have to take any risk.
Short with a single right hand lead again. Villanueva with Tete's way over in that blue corner.
Do with that southpaw jab and the foot. The jab.
Combination of elements presents the perfect target for.
He haven't got the urgency in his work to do that, and maybe haven't got the skills.
Look at Zolani Tete with an arcing left hand.
Coming, you feel.
Falling over, but he did manage to ride it a little bit.
But he's
helped him with his strategizing in the boxing ring. Pretty one-dimensional as well. Driven X. It's been a carbon copy of what his corner have done a good team, staunching the flow of blood with his lead hand, knocking down the right-hand jab of. Had an amateur career that spanned more than 4. Barely breaking a sweat beneath the ring lights here. It's organized for a few moments. Since that time,
Tete, who still hasn't pulled the trigger yet. Villanueva, it was a bit one-dimensional. That's
for Arthur Villanueva. Zolani Tete, for my money, hasn't lost a round previously down in Johannesburg, and it was a real bustling fight factory. Cut into play. Villanueva not really hasn't demonstrated much variety, and for the most part he's remained in this Tete, but Tete now just working him into the corner in this place about. Visited Nick the Big at the weight Zolani Tete, 5 feet 9 inches. Make things uncomfortable for Tete, cracking left-time Olympic champion who is peerless as a professional that he is in such a masterful position. That's a...
He could close the show, he could have closed it a few rounds ago. The best strategy to go forward, and he sticks to it.
Closed in front of him in the form of the towering Zolani Tete, home region. Johannesburg, he was given the time. Left hand driven in with... So we move into the 9th round of this battle.
So you make them rush everything they do, and that's what you try and do.
At the age of 16 before turning pro at 19. Left elbow. By the footwork and ring craft of Zolani Tete.
Well,
still proffering a poker-faced expression, but I think he hasn't closed the distance effectively with his feet. That's a good into 4 short. Baby Jake Matlado was just too big for him. Would have been a naturally bigger man, as is going to be right. Yep. Frank Warren has come out of South Africa. Victor Wheel Bryan beat Jimmy Wild. Mighty trees with small masonry mallets in it, demonstrating utter dominance. Hard right this bout in just about every facet of the game as speed, and he's used those attributes to good effect. He's not only running out of ideas here, but he may be running out of...
Boxer, much better physical boxer than he is, but I don't feel disappointed with it. I don't...
Oh, that's a cracking left hand.
To win any of the rounds, it's just the fact that he hasn't been able to force the pace.
Working away with a free hand. Villanueva to take a trip to the canvas.
He just...
Yep, he's shown flashes of his hand speed. Can Bryan win the fight actually work? Tete has sucked all the drama out of it. UK at some point in the future. That's off as well. 2-shot salvos.
We've said about Rigondeaux in the past. Too good for his own good, and that's why Tete...
This bout, Zolani Tete just after walking into a knockout punch.
Wins his interim belt.